Supporters of President George Bush and those backing Governor Bill Clinton are conducting activities to increase student voter awareness on the Southern Arkansas University campus. Whether it be soliciting information or distributing brochures that focus on the issues. Democratic State Representative and SAU history professor Dr. Tom Forgey spoke about the responsibilities of political parties on campus.
What we have on the campus now with a very active young Republican club and a developing young Democratic club, that this represents the best of the American traditions in terms of competitiveness.
President Bush appeared recently at a rally in Shreveport. It was hosted by Republican Congressman Jim McCrary and state law enforcement officers. Also in attendance were military personnel in addition to some protesters. SAU College Republicans Chairman Brian Mefford also attended the Bush rally.
There were a lot of people out there. I was told it was the largest rally they've ever had for a political event in the Shreveport area. I have no doubt in my mind now that Bush will carry Louisiana as he will the rest of the South.
The political parties at Southern Arkansas University are not concerned with whether you lean to the left or to the right, but rather they're concerned with informing you on the issues and encouraging you to vote. Students at SAU are being encouraged to vote this fall by both parties. The Republican Party had an informational booth at the Columbia County Fair, and nearby the Democrats were touting their candidates for various offices. Representatives of the SAU Democrats and Republicans will soon debate in an effort to educate their peers on today's important issues. This is Joshua Culvert reporting.
"50% of students at Southern Arkansas University Magnolia say they have committed a violent crime or driven under the influence as a result of drinking or drug use. These alarming statistics come from SAU's ADAPT, which stands for Alcohol and Drug Abuse Prevention Team. ADAPT coordinator Steve Sutton often visits classes with drug and alcohol messages.
This is an opportunity for us to meet students who probably would not find out about our program, since commuter students often go to class and leave and go home.
The three main goals of ADAPT are to provide educational information for the prevention of drug and alcohol abuse, to reach 60% of the student body, and to see a change in the campus environment concerning the use and misuse of drugs. Sutton and his staff receive positive student feedback at monthly meetings. ADAPT educates SAU students about responsible choices and behavior with alcohol and drugs. This is Melissa Cook reporting. Agriculture is big business, and at Southern Arkansas University Magnolia, the Department of Agriculture has one of the largest programs on campus. The SAU Farm gives agriculture students an excellent opportunity to work with livestock. Approximately 50 head of cattle pass through the dairy barn each day, and the beef barn contains facilities for show cattle. SAU's own mule rider, Cassie Ketchum, explains why she is proud to be a part of the agriculture department.
The ag department at Southern Arkansas University. It feels pretty good to walk into a place and you know your friends and your family's around, and if you want something done, you can get it done. All you have to do is ask.
The Department of Agriculture offers courses in agricultural economics, education, engineering, agronomy, animal science, entomology, forestry, and horticulture. Sheep feeding and training, grooming and showing, and judging places emphasis on laboratory work. The rodeo barn, with stalls and a hay room, houses SAU's mule and horses. Many students from other states come to join SAU's award-winning rodeo team. SAU agriculture students receive practical hands-on experience which serves as preparation for their future careers. This is Melissa Cook reporting.
As the fall semester gets underway at Southern Arkansas University, the problem of parking availability plagues students. Many feel that finding a space is still difficult despite the addition of 2 lots on the south and west sides of the new business agribusiness building made during the 1994 spring semester.
The parking space is not adequate enough for the students. The students have to come to school at least 10 to 15 minutes early just to find a place to park.
In hopes of alleviating the problem, SAU has given the go-ahead for construction of another parking area that will accommodate 20 vehicles. Each of the new spaces will carry a price tag of $1,000. Some feel that the new parking area will not solve the existing problem.
The lights are dimmed at the Harton Theater, but early this morning, Dr. John G. Stossinger gave a speech to a packed audience on global economy. The Dean of the Business Administration School, Dr. David Rankin, introduced political analyst Dr. John G. Stossinger to the press. Stossinger is a professor at Trinity University, Texas, and a prize-winning author of 10 leading books on world politics. Americans have two great strengths. They are teachers of democracy and leaders in high technology, said Stossinger. Students, teachers, and Magnolia residents made their way through the doors of Harton Theater to hear Stossinger speak on global economy. Dr. Stossinger, author of Might of Nations, World Politics in Our Time, was chief book review editor of Foreign Affairs for 5 years. President of Southern Arkansas University, Dr. Stephen Gamble, gave the welcoming address, stressing the Murphy Oil Corporation's 18th year of lectures at SAU. Dr. David Rankin introduced Dr. Stossinger to the audience. Stossinger compared the global economy to three racehorses: the United States, Western Europe, and Asia.
In short, it is not enough to excel in the tangible things. We must add to these a comprehension and a respect for the intangible things, which are just as important as the others.
Fielding questions from the audience, Dr. Stossinger said, Americans need to add discipline to their creativity and understand and appreciate other cultures. Stossinger claims that most American businessmen speak one language. To compete, they need to learn another language. This is Doreen Durham with your latest SAU News Brief.
While most of the nation will see a temporarily vanishing sun, a portion of the USA will see an even rarer phenomenon, an annular eclipse in which a solar ring can be seen around the moon as it passes between the Earth and the sun. In the USA, the eclipse will be seen first in the El Paso area at 8:44 a.m. Mountain Time and sweep northeastward into the Midwest, across Lake Erie into New England, ending in Portland, Maine at 3:24 p.m. Eastern Time. In Alaska, less than 40% of the sun will be covered. The eclipse will be ending as the sun rises in Hawaii. As with any solar eclipse, viewers are warned against looking directly at the sun or through smoked glass, sunglasses, or photographic filters. Telescopes and binoculars are even worse because they concentrate light. Invisible solar rays can burn the retina and cause permanent damage. Best bet, find a science museum, planetarium, or university astronomy department with special equipment to safely project a view of the sun.
Now what I've made here is a real cheap version of a pinhole camera. It's just a wooden box. I've cut a hole in the top and put a piece of tinfoil over the top with a pinhole on it. But when you aim that at the sun, the image will focus on the paper, if I can get it oriented. There we go. And you can look at that without damaging your eyes, whereas even with the dark aluminum, the dark photographic emulsion, you do have some danger, so you don't want to look very long at the sun.
Miss Tuesday's eclipse and you won't get another chance to see one in North America until 1997. I'm Amanda Black for SAU News.
Six Southern Arkansas University women competed in the recent 1998 Miss SAU pageant held in Harton Theater.
Now let's meet our contestants.
Contestants included Andrea Bradford, a freshman business major, Natalie Cantley, a sophomore pre-veterinary major, Jill Juglard, a junior elementary education major, Elizabeth Lewis, a senior biological science major, Heather McClellan, a freshman mass communication major, and Monica Montgomery, a freshman music major. Entertainment for the pageant was provided by Dance Magic and Kathy's Dance Art Studio and local talent such as Josh Key. Crystal Loomis, Miss SAU 1996, performed 2 vocal solos for the audience, and the 1997 winner, Ashley Manning, made her final walk as Miss SAU. Steve Roberts, Gulf South Coach of the Year, served as MC for the evening and received a special award. 40% of each contestant's total points is based on talent. 30% a personal interview with the judges, 15% swimsuit, and 15% evening wear.
Our new Miss Southern Arkansas University 1998 contestant number 4,
Natalie Cantley took home the crown of Miss SAU 1998. Cantley impressed the judges during the modeling segments as well as during her blues rendition of Born to Be Blue.
It is so awesome. You have no idea how long I've been working for this. I've done so many pageants in the past 2 years, and I've worked so hard and so diligently.
Cantley will now compete in the Miss Arkansas pageant to be held in Hot Springs this summer. This is Tracy Campbell reporting from Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
Work is continuing on the Mule Rider Gym, which is undergoing its first major renovation since being built in 1967. After discussing possible renovations for over 10 years, the work finally started in July of 1997. The entire project is costing approximately $3.5 million. Jay Adcox, chair of the Health, Kinesiology, and Recreation Department at SAU, explains the need for the new facilities.
The administration, along with the Health, Kinesiology, and Recreation Department, had looked at the basic needs of our HKR majors as well as the recreational needs of our students and community.
While work on the new gym has been progressing, all the regularly scheduled Mule Rider and Riderette basketball games have been moved to the Magnolia High School gym. But now the work is near completion.
Our student body will be able to get in with their intramural programs, get those started on time. So this is going to be a real help to the athletic program as well as the student body.
The project should be completed by August in time for the fall 1998 semester. At a recent meeting, the Board of Trustees voted to rename the new HKR building the Catherine Smith Brown Health, Kinesiology, and Recreation Complex. The new gym will be called the W.T. Watson Athletic Center. Both are longtime employees of SAU. For First News 3, this is Richard Moore reporting from Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee visited Magnolia recently for an informal question and answer session. The lunch, sponsored by the Columbia County Republican Committee, was a chance for the public and Southern Arkansas University students to quiz the governor as well as express their opinions on a variety of issues. Huckabee attends at least 3 of these sessions each week.
And if you're speaking to 1,000 people in an auditorium, you're rushed in, you're rushed out, you don't have much interchange with them. But if you come to a group like this, you can really find out if people are really bothered about something. They're going to let you know, and you're going to pick up on it pretty soon.
With Southern Arkansas University being such a central part of the Magnolia area, Governor Huckabee addressed the issue of campaigning to college-age voters.
But I think it also is important to recognize college students are going to be voting longer in their lifetimes than any other age group because they're just starting in many cases, and they'll be voting if they live their life expectancy for the next 70 years.
Huckabee addressed a number of topics at the event, including the status of the Republican Party in Arkansas, welfare reform, and higher education. He stressed the importance of better educating Arkansas children during the fundamental stages of their development. On a political note, Huckabee urged all area voters to make the extra effort to campaign and vote during the election season. This is Chris Dean reporting for First News 3 from Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia.
The cleanliness of SAU residence hall bathrooms has been a concern among students for quite some time. The question is just how unsanitary are they? Videotape was shot in 4 residence hall bathrooms.
They need to be stocked all the time with, proper necessities, the toilet tissue and such. And also the showers could be a little bit cleaner. People are constantly leaving stuff in the showers and the cleaning people don't come by.
Students regularly complain about the conditions of the bathrooms on campus, yet nothing seems to change. When asked about the filthiness of the bathrooms, students were eager to voice opinions and suggestions. Hair, Q-tips, Band-Aids, and mildew were just a few items found in the bathrooms. Other problems were unmopped floors, toilet paper strewn on the floors, unstocked soap and toilet dispensers, and soap residue on the walls and floors of the stalls. Janitors refused comment on the issue.
The bathrooms on campus here are pitiful. I mean, it's like, I need a job, and the janitors that are supposed to be doing the job there, it's not getting clean. They're horrible.
SAU's primary concern is the health and well-being of its students. However, the conditions of the bathrooms appear to challenge that notion. This is Daniel Green reporting from Southern Arkansas University.
Campus safety is a major concern at institutions of higher education. One major issue at Southern Arkansas University concerns the crosswalks, more specifically the crosswalks in front of Overstreet Hall, Bussey Hall, and the Business Agribusiness Building.
Well, as a friend just recently put it, it's an accident waiting to happen, and it truly is. We're not supposed to have big trucks come through here, but they do at times.
I was on like the first white stripe, and a car was probably, a good ways away. It was going probably 45 miles an hour and didn't slow down or anything, so I had to step back on the sidewalk.
There are many ways to improve the crosswalks, such as caution lights, aerial walkways, or even electronic signals. These safety measures are crucial in preventing accidents or even fatal injuries to students and staff.
I don't know, sometimes you walk across and sometimes people don't stop. It's kind of one of those things where you just really better look out for your safety first. Because certain people, they just keep going, they won't stop.
More drivers need to be aware of pedestrians walking in the crosswalks, as well as pedestrians being more cautious of campus traffic. This is Kane Ezel reporting from Southern Arkansas University.